Okay, Spoon TV Live. We live here in the Politori area, where folks from the Liberia National Police, officers of the Liberia National Police, are here at the residence of Mulbah K. So the fence you see ahead there is the residence of stand chairman Mulbah K. So the entrance of the fence has been besieged by officers of the Liberia National Police, and they are apparently waiting here for his arrest. As we know, the Liberia National Police declared Mulbah K dangerous on yesterday because he was, found with armed, and so attributable to that, he was declared as a dangerous man, and that he's wanted. So we hear police have gathered here this morning in the Politori area, and of course my name is Yekezi Zwobe, here this morning in this vicinity to bring you live every bit of happening here in ODS Congo Town here in Monrovia, Liberia. So, as you may know, yesterday, Stand held her protest and demanding, justice, demanding corrective measures within the government. They protested against bad governance. They protested against, drugs, the failure for the government to, fight drugs as promised, and a lot of other things. The protest against yesterday, and during the protest, Mr. Morlu'S, came up and said that he was able to arrest a pistol from somebody from the crowd, and he had a pistol yesterday, and accordingly the gun has not been delivered to the Liberia National Police. He's still reportedly in possession of the weapon that was discovered. So the police has gathered here at his residence this morning to have him arrested. So that's what going on here. I see several police vehicles here, several police vehicles, armed police posted right at the entrance of Mulbah K. So we wait to see what happens next. We have been stopped absolutely, from going any closer around. As a matter of fact, I was even assaulted by one of the police, for even going anywhere closer around the fence. So we are posted a little farther. Okay, so I'm hearing a sound of the gate of Mr. Morlu'S. I don't know whether it is Mr. Morlu'S who is coming outside, or whether it is the police, that are entering the fence. But I did hear a loud sound from the fence of Mr. Mulbah K. So the entire tall fence you see, it belongs to Mr. Morlu'S. I see police officers, LDA officers, all posted here this morning. A team of joint security, they are all posted here in the Politori community following yesterday's protest action. But the question is whether or not Mr. Morlu'S is even, inside of the fence. That's the question. Probably, they got an intel, that he's inside of the fence, but that cannot be confirmed until we can see him coming out of the fence. Yes, so we wait to see what goes on. Okay, so Spawn TV Live, if you just joined us, it's all happening here in the oldest Congo Town area in Monrovia, Liberia. You see the ERU vehicle there trying to do a U-turn. They are still posted outside. They have not yet entered the fence. From what I see, the fence appears to be locked indoor. But as to whether Mr. Morlu is inside of the fence or whether he is not inside of the fence, well, it's something that is questionable. Whether or not Mr. Morlu is inside of the fence is something we can't outrightly say. But for the fact that the police have gathered here this morning, I see another police vehicle has just arrived. I don't know what's happening in there. You see the white vehicle just parked in front of the camera, so just so that we cannot capture the main happenings at the entrance of the fence. I don't know what they are hiding. When I came first, I did identify myself as a journalist from Spawn TV, and one of them told me that they don't need any coverage here. Absolutely, they don't need any coverage here. That I should even go, a far distance. I will not even be able to capture what's going on in there. And that's how one of, I think, their head here on this mission came and spoke with me and designated this particular area to stand to carry out the coverage. Yeah. But even where I'm standing right now, you see the vehicle has been crossed in front of my camera just so I can capture what is happening at the entrance of the fence. Yeah, but we're still here. we are here. Gibson. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm seeing about 6 vehicles here already. This white pickup again has been crossed in front of our camera just so that we can see, the unfolding over there, because we've been stopped from going anywhere closer to the fence. But we are here to, capture what is possible of being captured. Spawn TV Live, keep following. This is the residence of Mulbah Morlu, and of course this is right adjacent the ocean. Yep, it's right adjacent the ocean. You are probably hearing the wave, the sound of the wave from the ocean. And the community is the deploratory community, and this is Mr. Mulbah's residence that has been besieged by officers of the Liberia National Police. I do have with me here my colleague Gibson Zai has just joined me for a backup. Gibson, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. You can see this morning when I was on my way for the entrance there, entering Pretoria, I also witnessed, I saw police officers or something there, one vehicle been back there, and then walking through area, I was stopped by some police. I had to identify myself before making my way to you. And I can see, I saw a lot of police. The number of police has increased. It's increased gradually from the entrance, making their way.
Yeah, because I continue to see more police vehicles coming.
Area around the former Chief Justice residence coming down to the cafe where you have Morlu'S residence located. You also see police officer or assembly. I will stop by some police officer. More than 3 police officers I have identified myself, and then they allowed me to walk through. So this is a situation that's unfolded here this morning at the residence of Mulbah in Pretoria, to be precise. So we are here to bring you a full update regarding to the police operation this morning at Mulbah residence.
Yeah. So the police had earlier declared Mulbah a dangerous man because he was seen in possession of armed. He was armed. In fact, he was seen in possession of a weapon, and so it's attributable to that the police have declared him a dangerous man and have apparently assembled at his residence this morning to have him arrested. But it appears his gate is closed. We aren't given any chance to go anywhere closer to actually know whether it is closed. But from this distance, it appears that the entrance is closed. The police cannot get in. And so they are just standing right before the entrance, probably expecting Mr. Morlu'S to come out and surrender himself.
But you can remember yesterday the podcast on a platform when Morlu'S said that they arrested somebody who has arm in the maze, who in the maze, and he also displays the
weapon.
And he said he got to turn over to the police. And later on, another podcast that came from the Liberia National Police, the IG said, "Gregory, I need not go nana in our local parlance." And so that's the situation. So I think the police have come to get the weapon for him or whatever it is. But the police we are here to bring in the populace regarding to what is afoot here. But we are authorized to take some step from where we are right now, because I think you can see the pickup because blocking our view to give you a clear.
And quite frankly, the police here, I don't know whether they were given, instruction to stop the press from going anywhere around the vicinity, because yes, why is it that as journalists we have to go by the instruction of the police, but sometimes the way the information is communicated by the police, it becomes
so difficult.
A problem, because when I came here earlier, like I said, some of the officers told me outrightly that they don't need coverage of this particular event, and I told them, but this is a public event. This is an event that everybody, every Liberian around the world, and even non-Liberian residents of this country, and people who have even visited or who know the politics of this country will want to be enlightened about, will want to be informed about. So if you say we shouldn't provide coverage, then I don't know whether it's a secret mission
what they needed to do to actually identify
that you are on. I identify myself.
Yeah, you did.
I identify myself, but then I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
know
I said.
if
The only thing to do actually identify yourself. Once you identify yourself, I think you have access to notice the lap into the public.
that is it.
What is happening?
That is it.
That cannot be secret.
That-
Because this is a public sector.
This is I term it as a national event, a national
it cannot
event.
be secret.
So a police officer cannot tell a journalist that you cannot, provide coverage for a national event. I was even assaulted by one of them. I was pushed.
Wow.
Yeah, I was pushed by one of them just from having a conversation with them, making them to understand, who I am and that I came to provide coverage. So that's how violent some of them. I mean, there are some very, good police officers who, know their responsibilities, what they are ought to do and what they are not ought to do. But there are others who, once they wear the uniform, they feel they are all authority. They feel they are untouchable. They feel,
And even when I was coming, you can see, let me share this testimony with you. I'll come.
Yeah.
The approach to me, it was, I was so astonished. I thought you should just call me. Excuse me, my young man. Yes, sir. And who are you? And I could just identify myself. He said, you. And like that.
that's what I said. The communication sometimes becomes a problem.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the communication becomes a problem. Sometimes the communication can be very, very aggressive. Very aggressive. And I think it shouldn't be that way because the police and the press should work hand in hand. Hand in hand. Because without the press, all of the good things that you do, the public will not know about them. As well as all of the bad things that you do, the public will not know about them. It is the responsibility of the press, whether you do good or you do bad. It is a responsibility, the role of the media, to let the public know. So the press is like a mirror. The press is a true reflection of the society, and the police is a component of the society. So, of course, it is a responsibility of the press to cover the police, especially so in situation like this. If this was a private security operation, I mean, probably wouldn't have been here. If this were a private security operation, I probably wouldn't have been here, especially if it did not involve a public figure like Mulbah K, the former chairman of the CDC and now chairman of STAND, who has led, several protests in this country that we know about. I mean, we wouldn't have been here. But we are here, we stay posted, and we provide you every bit of coverage that's needed here on this ground. That pickup, Toyota pickup, wasn't crossed right in front of our camera. We would have seen, the main entrance there of the fence. But for those of us present, we can see that. But unfortunately, our viewers wouldn't be able to see the main entrance of the fence. But we see the police officers going here and there, just walking about the fence. Like I said, they're not using any force here yet. They have only besieged the fence. Some of them are at the main entrance. Some of them are at the back of the fence as well. They're well posted and probably waiting for Mulbah K to surrender himself. But the question is, will Mr. Morlu'S surrender himself? Another question is whether Mr. Morlu'S is even inside of the fence. Yeah, but for the fact that the police are here, it means they've got, some sort of insight or intel that Mr. Morlu'S is somewhere around here, is inside the fence. But mind you too, Mr. Morlu'S is somebody who was in government before. He's well connected there's a possibility that the same intel that the police got, he could get this similar inside or intel and just make his way out of this place. But we don't want to. I mean, we just provide our analysis.
Yeah, that's what we provide. So.
Yeah, but we are wait to see what happens. Whether Mr. Mullu'S is in here and how he's going to be arrested, whether it's going to be by force, whether he's going to surrender himself, and all of that. We are here to provide you update on that.
I just captured it now. Then I want to get caught.
Spawn TV Live. Okay, so I want to read you the exact statement from the police released yesterday declaring Mr. Mulbah Mullu'S a dangerous man. Once I get that, I will read it for you verbatim, that is word for word. So the police on yesterday released a statement declaring Mr. Mullu'S as a dangerous man because he was seen with a pistol yesterday that reportedly they took from someone in their midst. Okay, so this is the release from the Liberia National Police. The Liberia National Police says, Liberia National Police declares Mr. Mulbah Mullu'S armed and dangerous, orders immediate surrender of police issued firearm. So the Liberia National Police wishes to inform the public that it has received credible intelligence indicating that a firearm seized from a police officer during today's police demonstration is intended to be used for unlawful and nefarious purpose. I'll read that again. The Liberia National Police wishes to inform the public that it has received credible intelligence indicating that a firearm seized from a police during today's public demonstration is intended to be used for unlawful and nefarious purposes. Based on the intelligence available, the individual identified as Mr. Mulbah Mullu'S, chairman of Solidarity and Trust for a New Day Stand, is believed to be in unlawful possession of the weapon. Accordingly, the Liberia National Police hereby declares Mr. Mulbah Mullu'S armed and dangerous and urges the public to exercise extreme caution. The LNP directs that all national police personnel and all other law enforcement officers who may come into contact with Mr. Mulbah Mullu'S should not attempt to engage or confront him alone. Officers should immediately notify the appropriate command authority or the nearest police operational center so that a coordinated law enforcement response can be initiated. Any operational response shall be conducted strictly in accordance with the applicable rules of engagement, the law, and established police procedures. The Liberia National Police further issues this final warning to Mr. Mulbah to immediately surrender the firearm to the nearest Liberia National Police station or any recognized law enforcement authority. Failure to do so will result in every lawful measure being taken to recover the weapon and bring all responsible persons before the courts. The LNP also calls on members of the public who may have credible information regarding the whereabouts of Mr. Mulbah or the firearm to report such information immediately through the nearest police station or established LNP emergency reporting channels. Okay, so that's the statement from the Liberia National Police. But this statement was responded to by Mr. Mulbah. So Mr. Mulbah wrote and says, yes, my response, Gregory Coleman, you are a coward who protects drug dealers while harming innocent citizens. I will never fear a lawless police commander like you, even if you bring war tanks to surround my home. Barricading my house with armed police only confirms that yesterday's peaceful protest struck a nerve by exposing the drug cartel you are alleged to be protecting. Instead of surrounding my home with armed officers after your failed attempt to intimidate and harm peaceful protesters yesterday, why did you deploy those same officers to surround the homes of the US 19 million drug traffickers who continue to be protected and treated like honorable citizens they are not? The world should know this. The man you are calling an officer at yesterday's protest was found deep inside the protest, pretending to be a stand protester while carrying a loaded firearm, dressed in civilian clothes with no police uniform and no visible identification, criminally posing as a protester. Our crowd control team discovered him, safely disarmed him without violence. So you see how she's one of the residents of the community. She probably wants to make her way, but it seems the police now are not allowing even citizens to pass through this particular area. So you see her clearly complaining about the police, blocking their pathway, because this road leads to the main road. Even though there's another road that leads to the main road around the City Hope area, but this particular road it puts you around the
main road from leaving Pretoria to the main road.
So around the Musu, it gets you much closer to the Musu Spot area compared.
Connect gas station.
Yeah, around just around the Connect gas station. So it's much more of a shortcut to that particular route compared to the other route, the City Hope route. So if you're using the City Hope route, you're going to get around the German embassy, which is a longer distance. So that's why you saw her right now complaining and still complaining. She probably was heading somewhere and she came across this situation unexpectedly.
And excluding her, others have been complaining this morning.
Yeah.
Who were trying to make their way at the Conde gas station. If you recently around the former Chief Justice resident, just give you let's say in your local parent shortcut that you can get to the ministerial complex, you get around the Muslim spot, and so on. So they find it difficult this morning to use this route because of the police operations that they have come to. However, we're gonna bring you all of the happenings here. But just so you know that you see the police vehicle have been parked right in front of us. So for those of you, you may not get the clear view at the entrance there. So we've been trying to do all we can to bring you the full view of the entrance.
Yeah. So just so you know, the police has said that the police have said that the individual, the officer, you know, yeah. So they have said the individual the weapon was arrested from is a law enforcement officer, and so they are calling on Mr. Mullu'S to return the weapon. But I've been joined here by, you know, Diamond Slanger. So Diamond is here, Gibson is here. So we will take a quick break to be back in a minute. So thanks for following, and keep following us. We'll be back just in a jiffy.